Look,
You're on mute.
Oh man, they did me. They did me like they should have did Doc and Micah. Both of them need to stop talking. Look, but I was saying it's Winning Wednesday for the people who can't read lips. I said it's one of those Wednesdays where you want to take it back a little bit and you be like, man, remember when we was young? You wake up, moms wake up about 6 a.m. She start cleaning the house. She either got the good gospel music on or she playing some old school. And like Rivers, Doc is just letting it flow. I don't know what
bro,
is he doing out here where he's just talking too much. They're like, hey Doc, how you feel about the Bucks? It's like, man, technically, why am I gonna do that when I got a clip for y'all? I'm gonna just play it.
I'll be honest. I told our owners when they called. I said, I think I don't understand why you're doing this. And they said, one of the things they said was, well, it doesn't matter. We've done it now, and we want you. And so that was a tough one. That's where you had the hesitation.
Hesitation from who? You or ownership? Because this is the fourth coach, I think, that the Bucks have had in almost less than a year. You took the job. Look, J-Mo said it before I could say it. Why you take the job if you're gonna do all this complaining? So we gotta talk about it, man. Is Doc receiving unfair criticism? Because we hearing all the players say something now. Dave, how you feeling, man?
So I'll say this first. I think who deserves the most criticism is ownership. That's who needs to have all the criticism, because from the beginning we thought that this was the dumbest thing to do in the middle of the season when your team was number 2 in the East, and now they have gone to not even being top 2 in the East. Like, they're 3-7 now since Doc Rivers got there, and now people are going to say it's because of Doc. No, they were pretty much this bad before Doc even got there. They were inconsistent. They just weren't playing well, no matter what the case may be. Offense was doing what they needed to do, but the defense isn't there, and the defense is still not there. I don't know why Doc being there they thought Doc was going to change that. Now, okay, go ahead, put it up. I'll say
There you go.
This wow.
yeah, you can say it. Go ahead.
I was trying to say you, man, but you beat me to the punch.
So good. Shout out to Teddy, Mr. BWC himself, with the $4.99 super chat. This is for a ticket at Fenway Park this upcoming season. Wow. Hashtag start spreading the news. Hashtag do your job. Hashtag humbly. Hashtag do. Hashtag fight on.
Start
Teddy,
spreading the news.
you know what? It's all
back.
good. It's all good.
I know.
It's all good. Shout out to Duke though. Back to what I was saying. So, but Doc, just be quiet, man. Just go out there and just do what you got to do. I don't think we need all this information that you're putting out there. Saying that, you question them. Well, you didn't have to take the job, Doc. You could have said no. You could have been like, nah, I'm good. I'm not here to. I'm having a good time. Be the comment.
Sideline reporter.
Yeah, being a sideline reporter right now, commentating.
Yeah.
I'm having fun doing this right now. I would love to be a coach, but you're gonna throw me in at the middle of the season right before All-Star break? Like, come on, man. It's already tough being an NBA coach, and now you already know the stigma that I got as a head coach. I can't win big games. I haven't done anything since Paul Pierce and KG and Ray Allen left Boston. Haven't even sniffed the final since then. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what was the expectation. I don't know what they thought Doc was going to come in and change. The only thing you did even before the trade deadline was go get Pat Bev. And Pat Bev does make a difference in the defense. Don't get me wrong, but that's one person. That's one person. That's not going to help you out. Honestly, he's not Drew Holiday. Let's just be honest about it. He's not what Drew Holiday was as a defender. He is a pest, and he doesn't make a defensive impact, but it's not the same as Drew Holiday. And you pretty much didn't do anything to help your offense out, or to help your team out, not your offense, but you didn't do anything to help them out. To me, it just didn't make sense to fire to fire him at that moment and then go and sign somebody who was basically consulting the team while he was there. It was really just like a slap in the face. So, but Doc, it's at no point now should you be complaining about it because you accepted the job. So, is he receiving unfair criticism? I believe he's. I don't believe he should be getting the criticism he's getting now. But Doc, you also need to just stop talking. Just stop.
My God. Go ahead, Joe.
Man, what's up, Doc? I think he is receiving fair criticism. Man, listen. Here's the thing, right? You just got there, bro, and already in your press conferences, you throwing your team under the bus. That's what I don't like. You know, when they lost to Memphis, this dude was making so many guys not doing this, guys not doing that, guys not doing this, guys not doing that. Some guys are here, some guys in Cancun. Bro, you just got there. Like, what you talking about? Right? We all know Ben Simmons' situation. I mean, I don't know. Can he be a star point guard? I can't answer that right now. Drew, whatever his name was. Like, he's known for not taking responsibility. He's known for that. He's known for pointing the finger and making excuses. Just like you just said with the whole interview. I'm telling these dudes, like, don't fire him. We already did it. Oh, that's bad. Is the job available? like that's basically what he did. Like, imagine that you were like, let's say Tomo Dave, one of y'all, right? Let's say one of y'all was like, man, Joe, it's his job. I saw online, I'm gonna try to apply for it. And then I'm helping you with your resume. I'm hoping you get things right. You know what I mean? You ask me questions about how should I do the interview. I'm telling you, man, do this, do that. You get the job. And then as you're doing the job, I had that job before. You know, I had a job similar to that. So I'm telling you how to, get advanced and everything. And then the organization don't like your performance. They fire you and ask me, do I want to replace you? I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's not like that, right? Doc Rivers, I feel bad, but he still took the job though. That's what I'm saying, right? So yeah, I think it's deserved criticism. I think, and then Austin Rivers. Let me say something to Austin Rivers. He said something like on response to JJ and said, "Yeah, for the guy who doesn't take the blame, he definitely receives all the blame." Did he ever take responsibility after receiving the blame? I remember like when Philly, Jay might know this well. When he was in Philly. And they asked him about the 3-1 collapse, like his meltdowns in the playoffs. He deflected there. Remember they asked him about the T-Mac. Oh, if you go back and watch that roster, you'll be like, that's a heck of a coaching job. What? Bro, you was up 3-1. You had the best player in the series. You had T-Mac. So my thing is, whole career, all he does is deflect, blame, and all that stuff. So I got more, but I won't let time go. So yeah, it's definitely deserved criticism.
Doc the person, yeah. Doc with the Bucks, no. Because again, like you said, this was already what it was when he got here. Mm-hmm. Technically, Doc, when you signed up, you kind of just took over what you are a bigger name than Adrian Griffin. So that's why you're getting more media attention. Because technically, Adrian Griffin was doing the same exact thing with this team. They were winning some games and they were losing some games. They weren't playing no defense. The whole bench is Giannis family or Lopez family. That's just who it is. Now, if I'm Doc, I'm coming out and saying that. I'm not talking about the coach. I'm looking at ownership saying, like, why don't we have a better bench? Why are you letting the players dictate who's on this team? Like, those are the things that Doc should be saying. Because technically, if they fire you, you could just go back to the booth. Because at the end of the day, you really didn't want to do this. They've been 3-7 since he got there. But look, Milwaukee already had these issues before they won a ring. They have these issues that's going to continue. Maybe it's just how the franchise is so centered around keeping Giannis happy instead of actually building a winning culture, that this team is just going to be what it is. The next coach is going to come in. They're going to probably have to deal with the same thing. Look at Budenholzer. He was like, look, I can win if you give me some pieces. So Doc, the coach of the Bucks, yeah, he's getting unfair criticism. Doc, the person, nah, it's spot on because this is just who he is. Mm-hmm. And the one person he did defend was Blake. When I don't know if it was just a joke by Jamie Foxx, but he kept saying, it's not all on Blake. It's on all of us. So when he used to say stuff like that. But yeah, Doc, take a page away from Michael Parsons' book and don't answer every question. Take a page out of Marshawn Lynch's book and just say, Next question. Oh, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like, you don't have to answer everything. Now,
And that's
Joe,
why I think he deserves it. My bad, Tom.
Yeah, go ahead. Now I was gonna say, now Joe, I know you said you had more to say, so go ahead.
That's why I think he deserves the criticism because he
Shout out to Debo for always answering the question.
Trash.
All right. And speaking of trash, what your boy say? He said, "Hey, Doc, if you're gonna do something, get rid of Giannis, brother." Trash. He wants.
I'm telling you.
But I think that's why he deserves the criticism because he keep talking. Like, bro, when they ask you about the situation, be like, listen, man, you gotta ask Adrian Griffin, you gotta ask ownership. I just know that I'm here to help us win the championship. And just keep it moving. And look, I will say this, defensively, they have gotten better, right? Before Doc has now, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll bounce back. I don't think this 3-7 team we see right now with Doc Rivers is the team we're gonna see. They're gonna get better. When I look at their numbers, right? Defensively, they've gotten better. They were 17th before he arrived. Now they're 12th. They're the 12th best defense in the league. And and a lot of they do play a slower pace now. But that's Doc. That's how Doc teams are. Besides the Clippers, they play a slower pace. But offensively, they went from 5th to 22nd these last 10 games. So offensively, that's normal though. When you have a new coach coming in, new philosophy, offensively you slow down. So I think they'll pick it up offensively because they do have Dame and Giannis. You know, that's going to work. But defensively, they haven't gotten better. I would say that. But we all know Doc history in the playoffs, bro. Like, his team just choke. Like, when I go back and look at his game 7s and they lost, they got blown out every time except for against Kobe in the finals. They got blown out every time they lost. So
in the playoffs, right?
In the playoffs, every time they lost, they got blown out.
So when we say players choking the playoffs, we can start saying they pulling a Doc.
In the NBA.
Trying to create a narrative, man. That's all.
That was funny. All right.
One more thing. Oh, I want to say this too, Dave. Pat Bev ain't Drew Holiday, right? As far as a defensive player, he is a pest, but he ain't the player that Drew Holiday is for the Bucks. But one thing he is another assistant coach, Alex Lopez, because he was right there with the whiteboard first day. This is the play. This is the play.
Facts.
So Doc has no excuses. He got coaches on the bench. He got coaches that's actually in the game. Just somebody needs to coach him when a microphone is in front of. That's all.
And by the way, people saying that JJ Redick's best years were with the Clippers. His best years were with Philly. Just want to get that straight. Individually, his best years
just defending his pops, man. He was just that's all that was. He was just trying to defend pops.
Hey man, I'm sorry. Is this job you signed up for, right?
True.
It is what it is.
I can't wait till JJ replies.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did?
To Austin Rivers? To Austin Rivers? Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying, to Austin Rivers. Yeah. I know he had a lot to say. Yeah, I know he had a lot to say. But Austin Rivers' career ain't just, that's all we saying.
Y'all want to go on a commercial break before you bring them up?
Yeah, we're going to go to the commercial break and then we come back. You know, we got RBO Vaughn and we got the MVP J-Mo coming up. You know, we got to talk about we talked about the Wizards. We talked about the Celtics. We talked about the Kings. We talked about the Heat. But All-Star break is over. We got games starting back up. We got two of the best teams in the East. I mean, I'm really can't wait to see what this Orlando and Heat fan got to say because there was a lot going on during that one segment. So after this commercial break, man, y'all come back. We're going to hear about these expectations.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.